Hi friends. So I'm looking a little rough. We have had like a cold or something going around. A couple of the kids had a fever yesterday. A couple of them had a fever today. And I've got like a head cold or something. And we weren't very productive. I got a little bit of schoolwork done. But we weren't very productive today. And I'm pretty sure that the only thing my kids ate were popsicles and goldfish because I didn't make anything. And I know they asked me several times if they could have a popsicle. And I was like, sure, eat a popsicle. So I'm pretty sure that they polished off the box of popsicles. And then I saw baggies of goldfish lying around, so I'm pretty sure they ate that too. I just was not feeling it today. You know, the whole like making food thing. Anyway, Mom of the Year right there. But so the point of this post, I guess, is I was watching a vlog this morning, and it's one of my favorite vloggers, and she did like a quick little like tidy up your house thing. If guests are coming over, what would you clean in 10 minutes? She was like, so I left my house as is so that I could do like an honest assessment. And guys, her house as is was so much cleaner than my house on a clean day. She's amazing. She's like so good at organizing. She's clean. She's beautiful. So I started to like freak out a little bit. Like, okay, her house is on its messy day is cleaner than my house on its like clean day. I'm a disaster. I've got to figure out what to need to do. I need to go through and purge everything out of my kitchen and get the countertops clean, and I need to throw away all the toys so that there's no clutter anywhere, and I need to get rid of all those papers that the kids drew me because they're just sitting in a stack, piling up and making a mess, and it looks cluttered. And thankfully, pretty sure the Lord stopped me before I started doing that mess, because had I gotten into that, doing all this craziness of trying to measure up to my girlfriend, who is not me, frankly, or my situation. She doesn't have my situation. Or I don't have her situation. Okay, so thankfully I didn't get into all that, because otherwise my day would have been a disaster. I would have yelled at the kids all day. It didn't feel good, and so it would have been on top of that, like not feeling good, and then making a disaster of my home because I'm trying to make it clean to measure up to somebody else's home. Thankfully I didn't do that. Instead, I fed my kids popsicles, and we watched a movie, and we took a nap, and we were completely unproductive. I did get schoolwork done with my oldest, but now that I'm standing here and, you know, my kids are all in bed and I'm looking around and the house is still a mess, it's okay. It's okay, because her situation is not my situation. She doesn't have 5 kids. She doesn't homeschool. She doesn't have a teeny tiny little farmhouse that has like zero storage anywhere. I'm sure if she did, she would find a wonderful way to make use of all the little places she could. I'm looking at all the shelving I have. It's a disaster right now. But I think it's important as women not to look at what somebody else has and think that that's what we need to be. Just because we admire it in somebody else doesn't mean that we need it to be what we have. So I admire her. I think she's amazing. I admire that her home is spotless and clean and can be picked up in 10 minutes and be gorgeous. I admire that she's a natural organizer, and I enjoy gaining wisdom from her. But just because I admire that in somebody doesn't mean that that's who God made me to be. So obviously I don't want my home to be filthy, and I don't want it to be a mess. But organization is not my natural thing, you know? So, and that's okay. I can gain wisdom from her. She can share her ideas, and I can implement into my life what would fit and work. But I think it's important not to compare ourselves too harshly with each other. A lot of times people say, like, don't keep up with the Joneses, you know, don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I always think, oh, that's not me. Like, I don't really care about money. I'm not like trying to be rich and famous. And, you know, I just want to be able to pay my bills and live my life. I don't need a huge padded bank account. I don't need fancy stuff. It's just not who I am. But I think that it can manifest itself in different ways. I think that me comparing her tidy kitchen to my very messy kitchen would be considered keeping up with the Joneses had I totally destroyed our day by yelling at my kids and not resting, which is what I really needed, was rest. And thankfully that's what I did. So anyway, I looked up a Bible scripture on comparing, because, you know, that's what I do. 2 Corinthians 10:12 says, we do not dare to classify or compare ourselves with some who commend themselves. When they measure themselves by themselves and compare themselves with themselves, they are not wise. Okay, so my whole goal in life is to be wise. I want to be wise. I want to have wisdom. I want to pass wisdom on to my kids and the people around me. And it's just not wise for me to freak out because I have a messy kitchen and it's not organized. And so, I don't know, it just dawned on me tonight that I made a good choice. I made a good choice by fighting off that desire to try to be a better me. And just rest, because that's what we needed, because we don't feel good. So I thought I would take you on a little tour of my disaster. My girlfriend just showed her beautifully clean house, and I'm going to show you my disaster. Okay, so there's these cabinets over here, or shelves, that I totally think that I could organize better. I don't even know what's going on over there. And then if you look over here, I'm not quite sure what happened, but half of the laundry is in the washing machine. Half of it is in the dryer, and neither one is moving. I'm not quite sure. I got distracted like mid-flip, I guess. So I did wipe down the table. And then I've got just clothes. Kid clothes everywhere. Okay, so this is a new thing I'm trying. So I'm bagging it up in, so like each kid, so there's 5 bags. I'm trying to do my hand. 5 bags. So each kid's clothes are getting thrown into the bag. I'm not folding it for the most part. Then they can just grab their bag. It's easy to use. It's like one of those reusable, like grocery bags. So they can just grab it and take it upstairs and put it away. If they choose to fold it, great. If they choose not to, I don't care. The other thing I'm trying with laundry is I've given each kid their own laundry basket. They are to put their dirty clothes in the laundry basket, and then I will tell them, like, Max, bring down your laundry basket. I'll do just Max's clothes. That way there's no sorting. I'll wash it, dry it. It goes right back into the laundry basket. I'm not even going to fold it, and then they can take it upstairs and put it away. That has cut down on that huge pile that used to be over there a lot. Sometimes it doesn't always work, because sometimes the kids will take clothes off down here because all of our bathrooms are down here, and so their clothes will be like a community pile. So sometimes I do have to sort it, which is what these bags are, but for the most part I've had them keep it sorted, and that's really helped. I've got cloth diapers that I dried like a week ago, and they're still there. So, you know, it's just like, it's okay to not it's okay to not be perfect, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And not saying that my girlfriend who shared her home feels that she is perfect. I'm not saying that she thinks she's high and mighty. She's just sharing her wisdom. That's her like natural knack. That's awesome. It's not me. I'm going to gain wisdom from it, and I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to judge myself too harshly by it. So yeah, that's it. I hope that y'all are having a good weekend and that y'all aren't sick like us. I am like over it. And we'll see you soon. Bye.